Hey guys, Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute, Contractors First. We are here live tonight from Washworks Supply talking about the Wash and Learn event. Anthony, real quickly, let's just tell them they can get registered at Washworks. They can go to National Cleaning Expo, find the registration. I didn't put it below in the link tonight because, as you guys can see, I'm setting up my studio and my keyboard went dead. Isn't that crazy? I had a dead keyboard, so I couldn't type it. But guys, you can go find the link at washworks.com or National Cleaning Expo. Anthony, run down what's going on at this event. We don't need to run over the specific things, but tell them the dates, tell them what's going on. And by the way, I am confirmed we'll do the sales boot camp, commercial sales boot camp the day before. Okay. And also the day before, we have the lighting thing, which is separate. We probably want to talk. Let's tell them about those two things and then tell them what days the event actually is.
Okay. Yeah. So April 18th, we have the lighting event. It is a certification class actually for Omni lighting, for permanent lighting. So you guys will go through a full day class. They'll teach you how to use it, sell it, install it, teach you everything on that. That is going to be on April 18th. There is a separate registration for that, guys. So sign up at the separate registration. You can go to washworksupply.com. Right across the top of the page, it says learn more on the event for the Wash and Learn. So that's where you can find that.
And I'll have a separate registration too. But here's the problem that we have, but we'll talk about this. But let's table this to talk about. How in the hell are we going to get 500 people in a 100-room seat with 100 seats only?
We're definitely gonna. It's definitely gonna be a first come first serve on that. So I mean, okay. It's gonna be serious guys that are wanting to come in, learn commercial sales. We want guys that are really wanting to scale into the commercial industry and that already do commercial work for that class. I mean, that's really what. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what you're geared towards is guys that have dabbled in it and looking to really scale and excel.
Commercial reoccurring. That's it. I don't do anything. I don't do one and done stuff.
Yeah.
And I just want to make a note on this too. Guys, you'll see on the Washworks event, there's a lunch that you have to provide there that you it's an option. You can get it, you cannot get it. But on the 18th, there's no lunch. No lunch.
Yeah.
So if you buy a lunch ticket, that's for the 19th and 20th for lunch. So
correct.
It's not for the 18th. On the 18th, we're all on our own. And we'll get some lunch, and Ron will figure something out because I always bring some snacks and some treats because it's part of my sales thing. But It just depends on who you are and what you get. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So with that, we're going to have that awesome education on the 18th there. We move into the 19th. We're going to get some great education there. We got a residential sales class that we're going to be teaching. That's going to be one of our keynote guys. It's a local washer to us that actually he goes out and he doesn't touch a house for, I mean, I don't know his exact numbers, but I mean, that guy's not touching a house for anything under 800. So, I mean, he's really going to set the bar for these guys to be able to, really get you guys profitable, really get you guys moving in the right direction. So that's going to be awesome. After that, we have a Lucid Bots that's coming out. It's going to show you guys how to, clean with drones, remote surface cleaners, things like that. So Lucid Bots is going to be, another great thing to add on that you guys for your companies. Real quick, I'm going to touch on what we're talking about in April. We are talking about the Wash and Learn Midwest event. It's a free education event for contractors. Come out and learn the industry, anything exterior cleaning. We brought Tucker on as well. So with that, they will be coming out April 18th, 19th, and 20th. Well, 19th, 20th for the convention, 18th for a couple more bonus education classes. We have Tucker coming out. They're going to do a demonstration on their water-fed systems. So that's going to be very beneficial for guys as well. That'll just be an extra bonus upselling feature that you guys will have there for your companies. We will also have Lavo, Mike Carmody, his CRM. So he will tell you how that thing will really benefit you guys as well to really help you guys scale.
I saw them in Myrtle Beach. They set up there. Myrtle Beach looked like a pretty good event. So did Caleb Roth in Nashville and Lebanon, the fairgrounds. It looked like a pretty good event. They looked like they had 100 and some people, but it was a good event. I didn't see I don't know what the numbers are on Myrtle Beach yet, but it looked like they had a pretty good thing. I saw John's class had a decent turnout. He had about 20, 25 guys. But yeah, it's the industry's moving a lot forward. I mean, I keep saying this, and I don't know if you saw some of my earlier videos. PWNA, man, they had an absolute excellent event this year, man. Just 3 or 4 weeks ago, they knocked it out of the park. I believe that's a record for them in the last 15 years. I think they achieved a huge record. I don't want to quote the numbers. I heard the numbers were, I want to say like 600 contractors and like 1,000 people between. People don't get confused with this. There was 2 organizations there, so there was about 400 or 500 from one organization, and I think there's about 600 from another, and they somewhere around $1,000 person mark is what they were saying, what they were reporting officially. So that's pretty cool. And I always try to tell guys all the time, man, the more people that show up at these events, whether we're affiliated with them or whether we're not affiliated, it's good for the industry. It's good for guys because you got to go out there and, seek knowledge anywhere you can get it. And, I always try to tell guys, if there's something close to you and you don't go, it's dumb. It's just absolutely dumb. Go to the event. Even if it's not, if it's close to you, go to it. I mean, Chicago, man, I'm telling you, I told you this, Anthony. I think that people, the reason that the 500 registrations in play is because it's just a great place. I mean, it really is. No one in a long, long time has had an event there. And I hate to see it. During the pandemic, if somebody would have had an event in Chicago, I bet there would have been 3,000 people there.
I'm sure there would have been.
There would have been 3,000 people there. Demographically, you live in a great place. And then, obviously, man, we've already got a Washworks under our belt. Everybody last year said great things about the event. There's always one turd or two, but most of the people, the majority of the people came there. They learned a lot of good stuff. And they went on and took action on the things and actually did something. Speaking of action, Anthony wants to add some value tonight to the podcast. We're only about 8 minutes, but we're gonna make this thing short tonight because we want you guys to understand that when we do this on Thursdays about the Washworks event in Chicago coming up, we're gonna have 10 or 12 of these things between now and the event. We're going to bring some value to each and every one of these. And it's funny that you brought this topic. Go ahead and tell them about what it is. I got a short story after you tell them about your little deal, because after 41 years, you don't think that it's a funny short story.
Yeah. So what I want to talk about tonight is kind of just bringing obviously upping your profits, which is so important, right? And lowering your operating expenses. So you can lower your operating expenses by incentivizing your employees. So what you can do is you can say, hey guys, listen, you guys have been killing it out there, but we've been spending a little bit more money than we wanted to spend in the last, month or two on, some of the things that we've made mistakes on by maybe you lost some guns, you lost, some twists, shooters, whatever it may be. You damaged something. And here's what I'm going to do for you guys. What I want to do for you guys is I want to give you guys more money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a bonus after 30 days. 30 days on the truck, I'm going to give you guys a bonus if you don't damage anything or you don't break anything on the truck. And what that's going to do is that's going to get these guys thinking about, man, I want that bonus. And every single time something happens, they're going to be like, hey, whatever we got to do, make sure we fix that, or whatever we got to do, don't do that again. So they will think about all the things that they've done in the past. And they said, man, I remember when I ran that surface cleaner up over the curb and I whacked that bar right on the edge of the curb and I busted it. They're going to think about that the next time. And they're going to be like, man, I can't do that again because I really want that bonus. So if you want to lower your costs, incentivize your employees by giving them something like a bonus like that, a monthly bonus, quarterly bonus, something like that.
Absolutely. And then absolutely, especially when you involve the entire team, you know what I mean? Like you involve the entire team and you almost make it, I like to make things community effort because I always talk about this, guys. Everybody wants to sometimes make a sales incentive for salespeople, right? And if you sell so much, you know, you achieve that, you get this. Well, we all know that whether it's an employee doing production or whether it's a salesperson, it's almost the same person's going to win 9 out of 10 times, you know? Yeah. So you decentivize the other people by doing it that way. You know what I mean? And you need to make it you always need to make it a team effort. And my funny story is, man, is you won't believe this. You know, the Wilcox key, the 4-way key, $1,200 one year.
That's crazy.
For a $4 key, man.
Yeah.
A $4 key. And we couldn't even resolve the problem even after we incentivized it. You know what I mean? Like they were still going through those things like they were, you know, hot cakes, man. And it's just the dumb stories that you got, you know, because I'm sure you got them too, you know. Hey, this is Joe over McDonald's. We've got this funny looking thing, looks like a lawnmower, and we were wondering if it's yours, you know. Yeah. And they leave a $2,000 recovery surface cleaner in the dumpster area, you know.
Right.
I mean?
Yep.
And, you know, and you're like, yeah, I'll be right over to get that. You know, maybe a pump up sprayer's 45 minutes away. You're like, nah, chuck it in the dumpster, you know.
Right.
You know, chuck that thing in the dumpster.
We've all had those calls, and I mean we've all, every one of us, even owners, employees, everyone, we've all done it, right?
Hell, but I've lost shit, and I was a dummy, and I don't know if you've done this one, but if you have the 200-foot of hose dragging behind you, and the people coming up next to you honking, you know, I've done that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just you know, you just do stupid shit. But you know, my thing tonight, I want to add something to this. I think a lot of owners believe that, you know, you hear it all the time. Well, I told them, you know, and sometimes that's not good enough. As a leader, you got to put things in play to where, like, okay, how many more times are you going to let the guy pull the hose bib off the building, you know, before you implement something? They're called systems. Before you implement these things where you make them do a walk around with photos around the vehicle before they pull away from the job. Or something as simple as, and I learned this from a construction guy when we were doing new construction. He wouldn't let a person lay down a tool for 2 seconds. If they had that tool in their hand and they were done with it, they had to walk over and put it away. And just those little stupid things like that, making sure, because how many times, here we go, you got in the call in the middle of the night, boss, I don't have a surface cleaner anymore. Either they forgot to strap it on and it's somewhere on the freeway and they couldn't find it because they've been looking for it for an hour. Yeah. And you were wondering why on the GPS they were going in circles, okay? Or they put it between the truck and the machine, which is the worst place, but the safest because no one will trip on it, but they forget to put it back away. They drive away and run it over with the trailer, you know? Yep. And you as a leader, not just the employer, but as a leader, you have to figure these things out because when people are doing this, especially in repetitive situations, you didn't resolve the problem as a leader. You didn't, you know, I always try to tell people, you need to give these folks, your team members, I don't even like using the word employees, giving your team members, you know, the support that they need to succeed. And sometimes it's knowledge. It's just that dumb little thing. Hey, Bill, Billy, instead of, setting that wrench down after you were done with it on the side of the trailer, let's just go ahead and put it in the gang box. Let's just put it away. And do that with everything you do. Of course, water keys are off limits because they just leave them damn things,
Oh yeah.
And another one that'll drive you out of your mind, and I know you know this. If you had a video on all your crews, they go over and they go, oh yeah, the water's over here. And then they walk back to the truck, get the hose, and they drag the hose over there. And then they didn't bring the key. So then they walk back over to the truck again. They made like 4 trips just to hook the water up. You know what I mean? And it drives me out of my mind when I get people that call me and they go, how do I fix this? I'm like, these are all part of the systems that you have to have where you instruct these people. Telling them often, repetitively, you think you told them 1 time, 2 times. You have to test your employees. I don't care if they've worked for you for 20 years. Sometimes these fundamental things you have to test them on, because what do employees do? And you know this, they always think they got a better way.
Oh yeah. But you've tried it, sometimes you've tried it.
You've tried it.
Yeah.
And sometimes they do have a better way. So you can open your eyes yourself and listen too.
I agree.
But 9 times out of 10, you're right. We've done it. We've made the mistakes. We're like, this is why we don't do it this way,
Yeah.
And that's what's good. So, hey guys, we want you guys to get to this free event. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. The one thing about Anthony and I'm from Chicago. He's from Chicago. The bottom line is, man, we like to have fun. Everybody that's from Chicago likes to have fun. Are we a no bullshit kind of guys? Yes. At that point in time, we're no bullshit. But the bottom line is, we want everybody to have fun at this event. And when you come to this event, I can guarantee you this: you're gonna have fun. And I know that guys have told me that, when we get feedback on past events, they go, Ron, I was bored out of my mind. It was good content, but I was falling asleep because the people that were trying to deliver it to me, blah, blah, blah. Man, I'm telling you that most of these guys are from Chicago, and you are not going to get bored with
No.
talk.
Yeah.
Or you might get smacked, who knows, but, no
Yeah.
sleeping.
No, it is. We do like to have a lot of fun. And I mean, really what we base it off of, right, is accelerated growth, networking, and education. I mean, those are the 3 main things that we really want to do for these guys. I mean, just a quick backstory is the quick backstory is when I first started in the industry, I didn't have any help. And when Nate, my business partner, first started in the industry, we didn't have any help at all. So what we had to do is we had to go to all of the places like, Florida, where they have training events and all these national organizations, and, learn a lot of these things where, see, exactly. There's a great tip.
And it's funny because when it happens to somebody, and then they're like, oh shit, did I break the window? Because it shot right at, and it's funny how it always shoots right at the window.
So we didn't have any help when we first started, and we knew we were in a massive market in the Midwest, and we just wanted to change that. And we were luckily enough to become fortunate enough to come into a position where we can change that for our local guys and the Midwest and really everybody, where we can offer you guys something for free to come out to this event and just focus on those 3 main points, where it's, like I said, education, networking, and accelerated growth, where I wish I was able to have that when I was younger, well, in earlier in my career for washing. But fortunately, like I said, we got it now, and we're going to keep having it every single year. It's only going to get bigger. We got 550 signups, and you guys can sign up in the link below to get registered for this event. And, you guys, I think is something there for everybody, no matter what part of your business you're in. If you've been doing this much longer than me or much less than me, the guys that are just thinking about getting in the industry, I mean, this is for you guys really, where, you guys can, there's always someone there that you wish you could be like, right? Every time I go to an event, and not in a personal way, but in their business, right? So every time you go to an event, you see someone that's done, $1 million, and you're like, man, I did 500,000 last year, and I tried so hard and I couldn't get past it. But then there's the guy there that did 1 million. You can talk to him because the reason that guy's there is because he wants to help you, and then he wants to talk to the guy that's done 2 million, and he can also learn from him, and then so on and so forth. So, I mean, back and forth it goes, hey, I'm going to learn from this guy and you're going to learn from him. And all these people want to teach you something. So, that's really what it's all about. The education, the networking, and the accelerated growth is right where it's at. Quick story with Nate and I. He said, don't point the J-Rod at the window. Okay. And what happened there is Nate and I were out on a job, and Nate pointed it up in the air, and luckily it wasn't at the window that he pointed at. He pointed up, shot up on the roof right into the gutter, the J-Rod. So luckily he didn't start the gun at the window, but he definitely started it, pointed it up in the air. So always check those fittings before you put water behind that thing.
Hey, you know what's kind of cool? I'm going to add this and see what happens here. I'm going to add this to this. Look at that. I got another camera, man.
Very good.
You know what we could do? I could have a walk around, couldn't I? Isn't that funny?
Yeah, absolutely.
I could do a walk around. I'm not getting any feedback, right? Because I turned the volume off that sucker.
No. Yeah, no feedback.
It's a little slow though, isn't it?
Yeah, so there's lag on it. But
yeah, well,
yeah,
that is kind of cool, man. That is really
cool. But yeah, we got a couple. I just want to touch base on a couple more people that are coming. We got Trident Sanding and Sealing. Awesome add-on for you guys. We have Thunder Lighting. Another awesome add-on for everybody. EBC will be there. Our boy Carlos is coming out, so that will be awesome as well. Green Ox is coming. Veloci will be there. We got Tucker there as well. I'm just going off the top of my head, so I know I'm missing a lot of people. Lavo. Joe with Neutropods. He's going to be there as well. So he's going to do a class on property protection where actually last year people absolutely raved about Joe's property protection class because that guy has really done it all, right? So we touched a little bit, Nate and I, when we did our soft wash class, just kind of the introduction to soft wash, and Joe kind of jumped on a couple of times when we were talking about, property protection, things that we messed up when we started, right? We set off fire alarms. We've done it all, right? Any kind of electronics, you don't cover it up, you hit it with bleach, you blow out the outlet, right? So we've done all that stuff, and Joe was able to jump on there as well and kind of be like, well, what about elevator shafts and this and that? And we were like, yeah, see, now that's the type of knowledge that these guys need, especially when they're, new and or they haven't been able to experience that yet. I don't want the guys to replace the $5,000 $5,000 fire alarm panel like we did. Like that's wild. So
or a $30,000 elevator computer.
Correct.
Right. Yeah,
right.
It's crazy. It's craziness. All these little stupid little things, man. All these dumb little things people don't realize that you got to be aware of. And the funny thing is that we can talk about it and guys think, oh, that's not going to happen to me, man. Every time I see somebody on a commercial building or even a residential building, and they're spraying around the electric meters and stuff like that, and they're like, well, I've never had one and had a problem with it until the thing blows off the back of the building. You know what I mean? And when they go, and you have a fire, and you can't help it. And that mistake's going to cost you. Man, if you get fire damage, it could cost you $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And people don't realize this. That's why. Do we have an insurance guy?
Yes, we have an insurance guy there.
They got to hear it right from the insurance guy. Insurance doesn't cover stupidity. Okay, man. I mean, it covers accidental things, but you're supposed to have a standard of knowing better when you do something like if you etch glass or you do these things or you screw up a bunch of concrete because you etched it all up. They're not going to cover that.
Yeah.
That's going to come out of your pocket because you're a dummy. Everybody always thinks, well, I got insurance. They'll just take care of it. No, they won't.
No.
They will not. I was just telling somebody about he was trying to get a commercial job. You can't work for people without the workers' comp unless it doesn't matter about the exemption. They don't want to hear that shit.
Correct. Right.
You can give that all to them all you want. They just ain't going to hire you. They're just going to pass.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, and then we also are going to have hands-on fleet washing as well. I know a lot of guys have asked me about the fleet washing in the last probably 3 weeks up here. So that's going to be a hit. There's a lot of guys that have asked about that. So we're super happy to put that on as well, where we got the fleet washing, and then we got a great sponsor that we just took on. I think we talked about it last week as well. Rampage Hose. So they will be there as well. And
Scott's coming or TJ's coming. They're all coming.
Both those guys will be there.
Cool.
TJ will be there. Scott will be there. So they're TJ and Scott actually, on this part, so Scott supports us 100% when it comes to the hose. I mean, that guy is phenomenal. Any problems that we've ever had, I mean, he has taken care of it tenfold and beyond. So, I mean, that's fantastic. And then TJ actually, I'll say this, I'm not too proud, but TJ plays a very large role in my success and Nate's success. So,
did you see the guy that had the problem with the hose? Was that the other hose or was that their hose? There was a guy that had. You didn't see it?
I didn't see it.
Oh man, he was pissed off about the hose, man. I mean, because you could see that whoever crimped on the ends bit down into the casing. Okay, so it won't stay on. They fall off. They pop off. And I always try to tell guys like, hey man, if you ordered 6 hoses, I'm sorry, I hate to tell you this, but that crimping machine is automatic. So somebody had the wrong setting, probably was trying to crimp 1/4 inch or something instead of 3/8, and you're going to have every casing. You're going to have to get them the fittings redone. I go, the hose, there's nothing wrong with the hose, but you just got, and shit happens. But, you're either going to have to send all 6 back because they're just going to keep failing on you at some point. And you just either need to go down to the, hydraulic shop locally and have them recrimp them for you and pay the $16 an end and, or have them reship you some and ship the ones back. But, it happens, man. And I try to tell people about that same thing with when they get a Meg nozzle and it's not blowing a clean pattern and they wonder why their service cleaner is striping, and then they go, but I put new ones in. And you have to go from the same lot. Because when that machine was set up making those, it made them bad. And you just have bad ones. So all the ones you ordered, take them and go and throw them in the garbage because they're no good,
Yeah.
And that's how that is. And I don't know, people just sometimes, I don't know why they don't understand that, But it's brand new. I just put it up. But it's the same deal. Hey, there's Nathaniel. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, yeah. That's the man right there.
It is.
Yeah, he I told him we actually just went down and visited him last week. We don't know what happened with the golf, by the way. You wanted the update. We're not 100% sure who won, okay?
So you can't give me the beer cart number. You have no idea.
We don't know who won, okay? We don't know. It was a great round. Okay, it was a good round.
You had a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun. We don't know who won though. Okay.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you had fun, right? What's this?
Yeah.
You want to read this one?
Yeah.
That's
if
too
you want
much for me to read.
If you want quick class on what not to do in the industry, find me at the bar at the event, and I can give you the advice in that area. we have made almost every mistake possible. There was a point in time I couldn't even look at an electrical outlet without it going up in flames. Nate is absolutely traumatized when he smells the smell of burning electrical. Bro, that guy can smell it from 3 doors down, okay? If you ever have an electrical fire anywhere around you, 6 houses down, 7 houses down, Nate will be knocking on your door. Excuse me, sir, you have electrical fire in your house.
Yeah. I mentioned, I mentioned this one, man. I mean, you just sometimes, it just happens, man. I mean, the dumb things that, you wind up hitting something that you don't even think is gonna have a problem. You might have taped that thing off so well, you were definitely positive you could hit it with a fire hose. And all of a sudden, people don't even tend to realize that sometimes the water's getting in there because you're peeling the tape or something back too soon. And then, all the water comes right down the siding, right into the back of that thing. You're over there loading the truck up, and the next thing you know, the house is on fire.
Yeah. No, it was brutal, and there was a time where, I mean, we didn't know. I mean, I say this to everybody: we didn't have help, right? So I'm going to tell you right now, I was out there hitting the side of the house with 4,000 psi with an extension pole. I didn't know what I was doing. So that was what it was, and fortunately for Nate and I, we were able to go to these events like this. I mean, this is where we got all of our education from. All the events, the people that we talked to, the people that we've, the people that we were able to,
what
grow.
What?
He's
coming to the event.
Set something up at the new facility. So Nathaniel. He wants us to come back out there and check out his new facility.
That's what we get for
those guys are breaking ground on another plant.
He's not gonna make it. Okay.
No, he's breaking ground on another plant, and he's getting some pretty cool equipment. I'm not going to talk in detail about it.
My kids must have got home. My internet just went on the fritz, man.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
You want to take us out?
Yeah, no problem, guys. Wash and Learn Midwest, April 19th, 20th, with some education on the 18th as well. Sign up to the event. There's 2 sign up. Well, there will be 3. There's 2 sign-ups with Ron's class, guys. It's geared strictly towards commercial. If that's something that you guys are looking to get into and already in, that's going to be a class that's really structured for you guys. I'm not saying if you've never done it, you shouldn't be in it. By no means am I saying that, but the class is really structured for guys that have dabbled in the commercial market and want to get the reoccurring income. So, guys, that number will be capped at that event. So, you sign up early if you're in the commercial space, April 18th, 19th, 20th. And we'll see you guys there. The link is down below to sign up. Appreciate
Hey, can you hear me? Go ahead and take us out, man.
Oh,
take us out.
I was taking us out.
Take us out.
Were you frozen? Oh, April.
Was.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My kids must be playing video games.
Okay. April 18th, 19th, and 20th, guys, we'll have the event, Wash and Learn Midwest. Sign up is in the comments below. You guys will be able to, attend all this networking, education, and skilled growth. So we'll see you guys there. We appreciate you, and thanks for watching tonight, guys.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.